Hello friends, in this video we are going to study about the transmission systems used in automobile. So we all know that the power is generated in an engine of the automobile. So the power generated in the engine need to be transmitted to the wheels in order to propel the vehicle. So we are using this transmission system mainly to transmit or transfer the power from the engine to the wheel. And it contains various parts like gearbox, clutch, propeller shaft, universal joint, and the other parts like differential. Okay, so here the another requirement when we drive a vehicle is whenever needed we have to stop the vehicle, then we have to start the vehicle, or sometime we may have to slow down the vehicle. So under all situations we must have the facility to reduce the speed or increase the speed or stop the vehicle without any shock or jerk. In this area also the use of transmission system is very good and highly useful. Next one is the various parts of the transmission system. It has got clutch, gearbox, propeller shaft, universal joint, rear axle, wheels and tires. So the power is generated in the engine which is connected to clutch, and next to that we have the gearbox, and from the gearbox the power is transmitted to the propeller shaft, and from the propeller shaft the power is given to the differential, and from the differential the power goes to the rear wheels, rear axle, and from the rear axle it goes to the rear wheels. So likewise the power is transmitted from the engine to the rear wheels so that we can propel the vehicle in the forward or reverse direction. So the engines normally the speed reduction is necessary. Okay, so we may have to drive the vehicle at a moderate speed or low speed or higher speed. In that situation we need this use of gearbox. Without gearbox we cannot drive the vehicle with variable speed. Okay, so the gearbox is helpful mainly to change the speed into torque or from torque into speed. So this transition is mainly taken care by the gearbox. Normally at very low speeds we need a higher torque to propel or move the vehicle, but at a higher speed we need very less amount of torque. So by reducing the torque we can increase the speed of the vehicle. But at very low speed or from an idle state or a stop position to slight or very slow movement we need very high amount of torque. So this change between torque and the speed is taken care by the gearbox. Then motion is then transmitted to the propeller shaft. Okay, the propeller shaft transfer the power from the gearbox to the differential. Okay, the purpose of the universal joint. Actually, in the propeller shaft, we can see universal joint at both of its ends. Okay, the universal joint helps us to transmit or transfer the power at an angular form. Okay, the differential it kept at a particular height when compared to the engine. Okay, normally the engine is kept at an elevated position compared to the position or the location of the differential. So to transfer the power in an inclined fashion, we need the support of the universal joints. Then the power is given to the differential, and from the differential it is given to the rear axle and then to the rear wheels. So the differential unit is used to provide the relative motion between the run wheels. When we take a turn, okay, say for example, when we take a left turn, the left wheel will reduce its speed, but that reduction in speed must be compensated by the increase in speed of the right wheel. Okay, so this variation in speed or the adjustment of speed. Okay, one wheel need to reduce its speed, and accordingly the other end of the wheel or the right wheel need to increase or compensate this speed reduction with increase in speed. So then only the vehicle will have a higher stability when it takes a turn. The main purpose or functions of this transmission system, so it enables the running engine to be connected or disconnected from the driving wheel. So whenever needed, we can stop the vehicle. Even we can keep the engine at idling condition without moving the vehicle. Then it enables the leverage between engine and the driving wheel. Then we can either reduce the speed of the vehicle or increase the speed. So the reduction of engine speed is also possible with the support of this transmission system. Then it enables the turning of the vehicle, okay, or the power transmission exactly at 90-degree from the propeller shaft to the rear axle. That is also taken care by this transmission system. Then the driving wheel to be driven at different speeds. Okay, so we are getting the support of gearbox in order to run the vehicle or in order to drive the vehicle at different speeds. Then it serves as a safety device by slipping when the torque transmitted through it exceeds a value. So the clutch assembly has got a slipping arrangement, so it can transmit a particular amount of torque from the engine to the wheels. If it is exceeding that particular pre-designated value, it will act as a safety valve, and unnecessary damage of the transmission system is avoided through the system. Then there are different types of transmission. The first one is manual transmission, then intelligent manual transmission, then automated manual transmission, automatic transmission, continuously variable transmission, then semi-automatic transmission, dual clutch transmission, sequential transmission, torque converted transmission, and Tektonic transmission. So these are all some of the different transmission systems which are available in the currently available automobiles. Thank you.